Josh lay there, in his bed facing the ceiling, with his eyes shut. He began to hear breathing, and it wasn't his own. He didn't dare open his eyes, afraid to see what was there with him in his room. After so long, he couldn't ignore it any longer. He slightly opened one eye, only to see something hanging from the ceiling looking down upon him. He quickly closed his eyes again, hoping it didn't take notice. After a couple of minutes sitting there, drowsiness consumed him, and he fell asleep. Josh was woken up by a warm liquid falling on his cheek. He looked up to see the thing wasn't there anymore, so he thought everything was a dream. Josh began to smell something like rotting meat. He lifted his fingers to his cheek and felt a liquid on it. He ran his fingers through the liquid and held them up to the moonlight that shone through his bedroom window. Looking at the liquid, Josh found it to be a dark crimson color. He brought his fingers to his nose to see what the liquid smelled like. Josh took in a deep, quivering breath as realization caught him. Blood. Josh's stomach was freezing, but the rest of him was fairly warm. He looked down at his stomach to see his sheets drenched in cold blood, and there was a large opening in his stomach. He heard heavy breathing from above him. Josh looked up to see the thing was back in its place. His heart picked up pace as the thing looked at him with a blood-red smile plastered on its face. It jumped from the ceiling and landed on top of Josh. Josh wanted to scream, but nothing came out of his mouth, not even a whisper. It held a finger to its mouth and cooed, "Shh, it'll all end soon." Josh didn't attempt to move, for he was frozen in both fear and confusion. He was trying to comprehend what the thing had said. What had it meant by it? Is it all going to end soon? Thoughts ran through Josh's mind. Lost in thoughts, Josh didn't realize that the thing on top of him had lifted one of its hands and revealed long, menacing claws. It whispered in a low, raspy voice, "You are mine now." Josh let out a loud scream. Josh's neighbor Jack, who lived right next door, heard the loud scream and rushed over. Jack found the front door to the house open and went in. He quickly and quietly moved up to the staircase. When Jack reached the top of the staircase, he found that Josh's bedroom door was open at the end of the hall. Jack looked around to see if there was anything he could use as a weapon, but found nothing. Jack headed towards the open door and peeked inside to see if anything was in there. He stepped into the dark room and felt along the wall for a light switch. When his hand fell on the switch, he turned on the lights. His eyes wandered around the room and stopped when he saw the wall where Josh's bed sat. Both the bed and the wall were drenched in blood, and there was no sign of Josh. Jack rushed out of the house and quickly called 911. After about a minute, Jack heard police sirens. The police searched the house, but found nothing. After about a week of searching, the police and everyone that volunteered to look for Josh never found a trace of him or the thing that brutally killed him.